Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here in downtown Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at the Atrium on Bay complex near the intersection of Bay and Dundas. It is just after 12:20 p.m. on Monday, December 29th, 2025. Just 3 days left until 2026. And it is extremely windy outside. We're still recovering from a freezing rainstorm that has made most of our sidewalks and streets pretty slippery. So I thought it's only fitting that we make a walking video indoors because of the weather conditions. And why not do it here in the underground path network, which is pretty vast. It's the largest underground shopping network in the world. And if you want to see more videos of this network, again, other people have done way better videos than I do. Like, check out Johnny, Ken. But normally I don't make videos indoors. But just because I don't want to get stopped there by security. Technically, I'm not allowed to be doing this, but we have to keep it very, very low key here. So the food court's just behind me. There's already a security guard there. I used to come here all the time when I was a kid. The McDonald's used to be here in the food court. So my mom and I would always come down here on a weekend. We would have Mickey D's for lunch. I did film most of the elevators here over the years, including some scenic ones that go up to the offices. I think my mom's aunt used to work here too, shortly after it opened. Well, actually, Atrium opened in 1981. Might have been in the 90s or 80s when I think when my mom was staying at her aunt's. They would commute downtown and go to work, which is very interesting. My mom was here recently, and I think it was one of these shops that it's still original. I remember when there used to be a video game store in there. I don't know if it's this place here. Timmy's on the right, but have to be careful. Security guards around here somewhere. All right, so we just exited Atrium on Bay. Now we're at Dundas subway station, or actually TMU station. Here's a map of the path network. So we were here, now we're here, and we're gonna go all the way down to Union Station. Like I said, this is a low-key video. I'm going to be cutting some parts out, especially for the Eaton Center. Because again, the Eaton Center is the busiest shopping mall in North America. And I've already made enough videos through here. But we'll see how this goes. But yeah, the reason why I decided to cut that part out, because there were two security guards and they were actually chasing looked to be a homeless guy. Not really in that sense, but this is a tourist attraction. I don't think anybody could stop me from doing shit, so. And it's still decked up for the Christmas holidays. This is also my childhood mall. My mom and I used to come here almost every weekend. But nowadays, I pretty much come here all the time. The last time I recorded a video in the path was way back in the summer during a heat wave, and it was on a Sunday when everywhere is closed, except for the Eaton Center. But again, this is a regular business day, so people are still working, but probably not too many people because again, a lot of them are taking the holidays off. But things seem to have quieted down here because, before Christmas and Boxing Day, well, actually, I was here in Boxing Day, it was madness. But even before that, it was pretty busy. That security guard was also following that guy in front. Also, a major change just took place. The old Hudson's Bay department store, which closed back in June? Well, for for nearly half a year, the pedestrian bridge was closed, but it has actually reopened to allow better access to the path network and Queens subway station. So we're gonna check that out. Actually, doesn't look too bad. Oh yeah, look, elevator issues. That's crazy. And I mean, these are fairly new modernizations, but luckily I filmed them at a much quieter time. There's a new Italy restaurant up there, right next to the Simon store, which opened back in September. Well, they have all their Boxing Week sales. But also, each and every store has changed. I cannot keep count of how many closed or relocated. Because then again, this mall has obviously changed over the many years. And I remember when they used to have these white fences and those little plants. And there's the tallest indoor Christmas tree in North America. Again, if you want to see way better videos of the PAP network, of my rambling, you can definitely check out Johnny's videos. He's done many great videos throughout the PATH network. And there's the fountain. It's definitely changed too. It used to shoot up in the air when I was a kid. It doesn't do that anymore. Yep. At the top of every hour, they do a little snow show, but that'll come to an end on New Year's Eve. So the PAP network is it's very useful for anybody who wants to avoid the cold winters or hot summers. Today's no exception because it is cold outside. The sidewalks are still slippery, and it's very windy. So, I mean, I come here all the time on those type of days. You know, it's always very interesting to check out the many shops and restaurants and see what, the 9 to 5 office workers are doing. But if you're a tourist, be prepared to get lost, because I have heard from many people that the signage is confusing, but I actually know the path from like the back of my head. So I'm actually showing you guys as a local. Oh, it's supposed to go over there. Shit. Give me a second, guys. This staircase is brand new. And there's the other Starbucks. And there's the iconic Canada Geese, which is original to the mall. And the Eden Center opened in 1977. I think it was 77. I love this mall. It's always been a great place. There's so many people here. I'm surprised it's not like what you would see before, the Christmas holidays, if it was that sort of thing. All right, now we're about to exit the mall and take the pedestrian bridge, which goes over Queen Street. And when I was a kid, there used to be a multi-level McDonald's. The entrance was right around here where the Harry Rosen is. So I went to that McDonald's all the time, and it closed in 2012, sadly. And there's a connection to the Cadillac Fairview head office, which again, CF owns this mall. But yeah, the McDonald's literally used to be in there. And here we get a view of Ontario Line construction at Queen Station. So there's a look east towards Yonge Street. Check this shit out. It's so cool to see how they're excavating for the Ontario Line station. Look, there's Old City Hall. All right, now we're going to be walking through the former Hudson's Bay store. Let's check out the art here. Again, I'm still dodging security guards here. This is the former second level, but they recently got it open again for us to get down to the lower level into the subway station and rest of the path network. The elevators are also operational. Very trippy art around here. At least they actually made it look nice instead of just leaving it like that and just calling it a day. Or sorry, with like nothing. See, like there's more art here on the first floor. And there's the Simpson Tower. So last time I did a video here in the Path Network, I went to Union via First Canadian Place. We're gonna be taking Commerce Court and Royal Bank Plaza instead. That way's to the Sheraton Hotel and Nathan Phillips Square / City Hall. I guess everybody's on their lunch break, so we're gonna see how that's going. I don't plan to be downtown for too long. After this, I'm gonna slowly start heading to Keelsdale, but maybe make a quick stop at the McDonald's, because again, they just dropped their coupons. It's not gonna be here downtown. I might go to the one at Bloor in Ossington. Union Station, 8 minutes. And this is the Bay Adelaide Center, which has also changed. Used to be a Shoppers Drug Mart here. Especially the path is open every day of the week, except for overnight hours. But at least even when it's a holiday or it's a weekend, anybody can still walk through, including tourists, right? You know, you want to escape the cold winters. But if you're commuting, if you're working down here, that's the comfort of just taking the subway or GO train and just walking to your workplace or wherever without ever having to go outside. So that's a big factor. 12:30 p.m. exactly. Also in Montreal, they have their own underground network, but it's called the Réseau. And yes, I visited that network before. Many years ago, it also used to be the world's largest underground shopping network until the Path took over a couple years ago, according to the Guinness World Records. All right, Scotia Plaza. This is another skyscraper here that was built in 1988. Again, most of the Path network connects with almost all the downtown skyscrapers. And most of them are home to one of Canada's biggest banks. Actually, the 5 big banks of Canada. You can go this way to King Station, or you can go this way to First Canadian Place, St. Andrews subway station. So instead of going that way, we're gonna be going through this way. I thought working in an office was pretty cool. My grandpa used to work at Metro Hall, part of the Path Network, but we won't be going that way. He worked there from like 1993 up until the COVID years. He's retired now. When I visited his office, I thought, this looks pretty cool. I could really work there. But you know, I've heard 9 to 5 jobs really drain people out. So I was like, you know what, I don't think this would be for me. Unless you're really into computer literacy or data management, you'll need those skills. And now we're approaching Commerce Court. It's a complex of old Art Deco buildings. I believe this is Commerce Court North. Oh, this Starbucks is closed. I could also walk over to the TV complex from here. Yeah, the path has definitely changed. Lots of shops, stores relocated, closed, or moved in. Now I'm feeling pretty freaking hot. So we're gonna unzip this jacket that I'm wearing. Food court here doesn't seem so busy. Go to the West Tower, the South Tower from here. But we're gonna keep going on the main route here. You can also get to King Station through that corridor. The next step will be Brookfield Place. I'll tell you what, we'll end things off at the Gray Hall at Union Station. And we're gonna go upstairs. I'll show you guys the stunning atrium. Of course, Brookfield Place consists of the Bay Wellington and TD Trust Towers. As a local, I abbreviate those names. Oh, there's the Hockey Hall of Fame. There used to be a McDonald's in here, but that was replaced by this Pigeon Cafe. I haven't been to the Hockey Hall of Fame since I was 15. And as a hockey fan, it's actually a pretty fun experience. Jimmy the Greek is closed. Yeah, everybody takes pictures here because this is very, very stunning. Let's get a thumbnail here. And there's Bay Street. And now we will head back downstairs. Boy. Smells like Indian food, and there it is over there. Cool. Oh. This place is also closed, presumably for the holidays. And the bagel stop. All right, here we are, Union Station. Again, this is a very, very busy transit hub. You can catch GO regional trains, buses, intercity via rail trains, and of course the Toronto subway and streetcar system. This is the busiest transportation hub in Canada. Sorry, it's just yawning there. So there's about tens of thousands of people daily. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Up Express train. You can get to the airport from here in about 28 minutes. Oh, I've seen that guy before. I'll probably head into the station after this. Head up on line 1. Here we are, Union Station. Where they have even more shops and restaurants here. So we will wrap this up at the Great Hall. And I believe this Grand Hall opened in the late 1920s. Or might be earlier. I'm not exactly sure. And there's more of the path to see, but I'm gonna. That's the farthest I can go for today. Also next door is Scotiabank Arena, home of the Toronto Maple Leafs and Toronto Raptors. The Raptors play here again tonight. All right, and we have finally made it. The departure board doesn't seem to be working, but at least there's people here. All right, guys, so that wraps it up. The Path Network from Atrium on Bay to Union Station on a very windy ass day. So guys, thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Happy New Year and take care. Peace out. Bye-bye.